Hello, everyone, and how are you? I hope you're doing well. My name is Val Marguerite, and I'm so excited to be here with all of you because I have something really important to share. Something that has transformed my life and so many people I know, and hopefully will do the same for you. I'm sure it will be helpful to so many of you out there. So, a little bit about me. Well, I have been teaching for about 15 years. I served in different capacities from high school teacher to college and university professor to trainer to coaching, training faculty development training. I've written 2 books, and I just feel and believe that I have so much to share and I need to be here more often. So if you're ready, let's begin. As you can see, I have here on the screen, and maybe I should minimize this, 5 rules. Let's see. Oh, I see it right here. 5 rules. Oh, there you go. That have transformed my life and hopefully will do the same for you. So today we're going to talk about them. If you're ready, let's begin. So the first, let's see. Here. Look at this powerful quote, right? The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. So it seems like we need to make a decision. Many people these days, many students do not decide for themselves, right? They're looking up to their teachers, their professors, or someone else to tell them what to do. Now, when we do that, most likely we are not living our own life. We are not living with intention, yes, because we are not making informed decisions for ourselves. So if we want to transform our lives, if we want to achieve anything, we have to first decide what it is we want to do. And probably before we decide what to do, we have to figure out who we are, right? When we find out who we really are, then we also know what we really want and why, and then we can make decisions that are going to be aligned with who we are and our values. Make sense? I think it makes sense. All right. So let's first tell you a little bit about who I am, so that you can connect, the points that I'm making and how I was able to, transform myself from a little girl on a farm, yes, to where I am today. So you guessed it. If you wonder who is that there, that's me. Yes, that is me. And I don't know how old I was there, probably like 6, 7 years old. And then that's me again. If you look at that picture closely, what do you notice? You notice that I didn't have shoes. Now, I will tell you why that is important, because I am going to make a connection very quickly. Now, that's another picture of me. And no, that's not the first one, it's the second one, the one that is not that is not very happy. Yes? Well, I don't know. I was working in a factory at 16 years old, believe it or not. Yes, that is me working in a factory at 16 years old. Now, that is my beloved mom, who unfortunately is not with us anymore. And that is me and my mom, but that picture, it doesn't show really well. But that's okay, I think you can tell. That is me and my mom a few years ago when she lived here with me for the last 10 years of her life. Now, why do I share this with you? I share this with you because, storytelling is so powerful. I want you to have this visualization, right, about where you are today and where you can be. I want you to understand, and with the information that I am going to share with you throughout this lecture, you will see that the power of visualization, the power of the mind and the brain, what you can do when you visualize yourself. When you visualize yourself that you can actually achieve, a goal or your goals, or you can actually transform your life from where you are today. Whether you are in a classroom, whether you are working in a job that you are not particularly interested in, whether you want to become healthier, wealthier, more passionate about life and relationships, well, you can do that, but you have to decide. Remember that quote? Yes, we have to make decisions, and we have to find out who we really are and what we really want, and most importantly, the why. Why you want to achieve what you want to achieve. So here is me, right? A little girl, no shoes, working in a factory at 16 years old. And then, as I will tell you from my story, I was able to leave the farm life where where I grew up, to go to a factory at 16 years old because I didn't want to be on the farm. And then from the factory, finishing my high school at night while working in the factory during the day. And then fast forward to 10 years later, moving across the globe, leaving everything behind, including my family, my friends, everything I knew, and moving to the United States. Pretty much on my own, no money, no nothing, but a big a big head full of goals and dreams, right? And that's where my journey really began. Yes, in this country, the United States, where I currently live. And so let's move on to this slide, which actually uh, you have to follow to really understand how transformation works. Now, so the first step is to find out who you are. What's your identity? What's your story? Who's writing your story, right? Do you live every day, pretty much the same way? You get up, every morning, you do your thing, you come home, you do the same thing, you have the same routine. Because if you do, then obviously you are not going to see any improvement, right? Most likely you are not growing, you are not developing your skills if you are doing the same thing every day. So if you want to transform, if you want to become a better person, whether it's in your personal or professional life, right? Personally, then you need to take a step back and find out who you are. What's your identity? As Aristotle reminds us, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And how do you begin doing that? You have to assess and take a closer look at your values. What are your values? Because we know our values give us purpose and meaning. And what else? If we know our purpose, right? And our purpose is aligned with our values, then we come up with our goals that are aligned with our values. That's where we find our meaning. And the meaning will give us the motivation to get up every morning excited and work towards our goals. Make sense? So that would be the first step. Now, next, it would be, right, to take a look at your values. What are your values? There is so much research with regards to values. You can take a look at a list of values, and this exercise, I do it with my students. Maybe I'll do a separate workshop or a video just about values. How do you come up with your list of values? And then focus on them and design your life based on your values. When you think about designing your life and you think about what kind of goals you need to plan for yourself and achieve, well, it's going to be much more easier if you know what are your values. And as you probably know, our attention, our focus go to the things that are important to us. And most likely those are our values. So that is the first step. Now, in my book, and this is my book, Why Not You? How to Become an Empowered Woman or Man, because the principles really apply. I was looking for a book. Let me see if I have, there you go. This is the book. In my book, I have a chapter on who am I, where I talk about myself a little bit, just to give you a background and to really make the connection that it is possible, that your background or your past is not going to dictate the future. Your past is your past. What's important is where are you going from here? What are you going to do today to make sure tomorrow is better than today, right? That's the measurement. That's how we need to measure our progress. How better we are today in terms of development than yesterday. And if we are better, even if it's 1%, it's still better than most people, right? So in my book, as I said, and this is the chapters here, you see the the will that will teach you how to have your values, the list of values in perspective. So then you can design your life based on your values. And that's when you become powerful and transformational, because you are going to be laser focused on your life, on your goals, because the goals are meaningful to you, right? So moving on. Oh, I have this lovely quote. What do you think about this quote? One's philosophy is not best expressed in words, it is expressed in the choices we make. Choices. At the end of the day, we are our choices. I have another video on my YouTube channel about the power of choice. Now think about it. On a daily basis, how many choices we make? Many, many, many choices. Now, are these choices consciously made? Do you really think about, when you have so many choices, do you think about, okay, which choice I am going to go with and why? Why is this better than the other one? Because the choices are going to be maybe not easier, but if they are aligned, right? If they're aligned with your values, if you live an authentic life because your values express who you are, then the choices you are going to make on a daily basis, guess what? They are going to be far more powerful and also simple to make because they are aligned with your values. So we are our choices at the end of the day. Now, I know this is a bit powerful. One of my students the other day, or rather a client at the workshop I did, said that, oh, this quote is too, powerful, embarrassed. It's a powerful world. But, think about it. Anyone who isn't embarrassed of who they were last year probably isn't learning enough. Now, what do you think about this quote? How do you perceive this quote? How do you interpret this quote? I mean, look, we only have, 3 months before we end up another year, 2019. And probably now it's one of the most powerful times to really think back and think about your goals. Where are you today? Have you accomplished your goals for the year? We still have 3 months, and 3 months, it's a long time. If you begin today to make some choices, right, to think back to the goals you have set up for yourself for the year and maybe readjust, yes, so you can finish the year strong. But most importantly, you can plan 2020. If we start today, you have enough time to, to begin this transformation, to begin with your values, to find your values, and then to plan your life, right? To plan the goals that are related and aligned with your values. So then you will have a better 2020. So what do you think? Let's do that. Now, personal transformation, I'm going to put let me go back and have one at a time. So these are what I call personal transformation, the big four. And what do I refer to? The first one is the mental and brain transformation. We have a belief system that we operate on, right? We are our beliefs. And then the strategies and the habits, the beliefs really dictates what kind of life we have. The people in our life, the beliefs, whether we believe in a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, whether we believe that we can actually teach ourselves, teach the brain how to react to different stimuli, to different environment. Did you know that today we have enough knowledge? We know that the brain is plastic. You probably have heard of this concept, neuroplasticity, which is really the ability of the brain to adjust based to the experiences we're having, based on the environment in which we are placing ourselves. So beginning with mindfulness, right, we are beginning to also understand what's going on up here and why do we react the way we do to certain circumstances. So then based on that, we are also learning that we can change the way we feel based on the environment. So if the environment produces a certain emotion, then we can control that environment to create the emotion we want to create. Now, of course, this may sound a bit may be new to some of you, but you have to really take a chance, right? Make that decision, right? Because we are not going to become who we want to become and close that gap between today and who we want to become, unless we decide to take a chance on this mental brain transformation and understand how the brain works, especially related to learning. Can you really control your brain? Well, I can tell you that you can. And by making that decision and taking a step towards understanding your own brain, your own mind, understanding why you are reacting the way you do to a certain situations, right? And then maybe place yourself in a positive environment that would produce the emotions or the outcomes that you are interested in. Okay, and in another video that you will find on my YouTube channel, I do have the 7 steps to rewiring or reprogramming your brain for success in life and in career, work, relationships. This is what I have been able to do for the past 5 years. More than 5 years. I absolutely rewired the brain. Seriously. I got rid of, anything negative in my environment, including some people. Yes, you heard me right. Because if we are honest and if we want to take advantage of every day of this life that we have here on this earth, then we need to understand how people in our life influence who we are, who we become, how we think, how we feel. And so based on that, we can then make the conscious decisions that we talked about a little bit earlier. Okay, and then we can use those steps. As I said, check it out on my on my YouTube, and use those steps beginning with mindfulness. Yes, because you need to become conscious about who you are, why you are the way you are, what are the influences in your life, what are the positive and the negatives, and then work step by step to really create the life you want. So if you have negativity, work on that negativity and get rid of it and replace it with positivity. So that is the first step towards personal transformation. You really need to understand where you are today and what are the variables, if you will, or the things you need to understand in order to change, right? And reorganize, reprogram your brain for success and happiness. So then we go to the next step. And the next step is body transformation. Yes, the way we feel in the inside reflects how we behave and how we feel on the outside. So we begin with the body transformation. We take care of our nutrition, yes, nutrition and delicious food. We take care of our health and wellness, yes, and we also understand self-care, self-image, personal branding, because the way we show up in the world every day, that's how the world responds to us. There is this beautiful energy going on in the universe, right? So when you go out in the world and you are your best self, your positive self, you operate from a level of gratitude and love, and you are being authentic, and you speak your truth, and you share your story. Guess what? You are going to receive back that much more love and gratitude. And people who come into your life because they want to connect at the same level. You are going to develop throughout this transformation. You are going to develop the focus and the clarity and the patience and the tolerance that you need to understand the people you come in contact with, because you are now operating from a different level. You are going to no longer be nervous or be really what is the word that I'm looking for? Emotionally distressed by some of the people you meet. You are going to be more tolerant, more understanding. And since you have that emotional intelligence and competence, you are going to express your emotions in a controlled manner. And that is really powerful. So here with the body transformation, I want to take a moment to share with you that ever since I have been working on my body transformation, and I'm talking about a holistic transformation, not just diet and workout, holistically, emotionally, taking care of my nutritional food, because I understand what I put into my body really reflects on the outside, my energy level, and how I am able to think and create and connect. When I see different pieces of information, how I am able and how fast I am able to connect and make sense of the environment around me. So personally, I have been able to really transform my life. And so I can really share a little bit about that. And that is this. I have a routine for my workout routine. I have a routine for my, so let me tell you, I have a morning routine and I have an evening routine. My morning routine, I get up early, 5:30, 6 o'clock. I meditate, I read every morning, because we have to feed the brain information that we need throughout the day, so we can make those decisions. So there are going to be informed decisions, and not be easily influenced by what we see what other people tell us to do, namely, the media or influential people that may not have, the best interests in mind for ourselves, right? So we need to watch out for ourselves and make the decisions based on our own understanding and our own information. So I get up early, I meditate first, I read, I work out, I eat, and then I work without any distractions. And that's another point that I'm going to make a little bit later. Without distraction, which means that my phone, yes, my phone is going to be in do not, what is it called? Do not distract mode. Do not disturb, rather. Do not disturb mode, or airplane mode. Believe me, you're not missing anything. You are going to train yourself to stay focused on what it is you need to do. And when you are focused like that, you do deep work, meaning that everything is going to be aligned. You are going to get the work done in half the time, if not even less, because there is nothing distracting you. You are focused on your work, and everything is aligned. Your creativity, your focus, you're controlling your emotions, your ideas, so you are able to get the work done a lot faster. Then I'm taking a break, 5-10 minutes break. I am probably, usually I work around, or I have a little snack if I need to recharge myself. And then I come back and move on to my project, or to a new project, whatever I have going on for that day. So that all of that is part of this body transformation that begins from the inside, that's going to give you, energy and focus and control all day long to do work that's really meaningful to you. All right, moving on. Relationship transformation. I alluded to it a little bit earlier, and this relates to the people in your life. The people in your life, whether it's personal relationships, work relationship, or community. We know that we need to be connected. Connection is one of the most powerful things we can do for ourselves in terms of health, whether we talk about physical health, emotional health. It's incredibly important. In fact, there is this study done by Harvard every year, I believe, for many, many years now. And they survey people for all these years, every year, to really understand what are the factors that are related to this longevity and happiness. And you know what's the number one factor that plays into this longevity and what makes people not only live longer but have a meaningful life? It's connections, the ability to be connected with other people, to have meaningful connection to other people, whether it's friends, friends, spouses, family relationships, connectivity, it's incredibly important. So then I suggest that you really look around. Oh, and by the way, friends on Facebook do not count, okay? Social media, fake, the so-called friends, they do not count. Likes and all of this, they do not count. And that's probably a good thing, because we need authentic relationships. And you know what? We are able to develop them. So I suggest that you take an inventory, assess your relationships. Who are your authentic, real relationships today? Write them down, make a phone call, get in touch, have a conversation, be authentic, express your feelings, and you will see a big change in your life in terms of your health and longevity, as I said. Then the next one is professional transformation, and the last one, the big four. What is professional transformation all about? Well, you have to assess where you are in terms of your career. Are you happy? And if you are not, why not? What can you do today to really transform that? What are the steps? What are the skills you need to improve on? Is it communication skills, negotiations, persuasion, marketing? What is it you need to do today to really fully show up in the world every day, 100%, okay, if not 110%? When you show up to your job, show up 110%. And if you are not fully interested in your job, if your job is not giving you the meaning that you seek, do something about it. Have a talk with your family, with your manager, with your employer, with your boss, and do something about it. Because, you know, we spend most of our time working, and it's a pity to go to work every day and not enjoy what you're doing. Because let's face it, we know we have so much to offer to the world. We have so much to offer to our career. So let's find meaning in our career, whether it's the career you have today or there is a new one. I think we can do so much better every day if we are expressing ourselves and we are connecting this, you know, to the world. Think about your finances. Learn about your finances. Are you earning what you're worth? And if you are not, why not? Let's do something about that. Is it about some skills that you need to improve on so you can negotiate and possibly ask for that raise that you deserve to have? Or how about leadership positions? Maybe you need communication skills to really, you know, get out there and make a difference and teach other people what you know, what you have to offer to the world. And emotional intelligence. We know that everything it's emotionally connected. Yes, we like to think that we are rational all the time, but the reality is that we are not. We need both. We need narrative, which is the story that connects us emotionally, and we also need the science to really make sense of what it is, you know, we're doing, where we are today, where we need to be, and how we get there, right? How we measure that progress. So these are the five big four that I call, the big four areas that we need to take a closer look when it comes to personal transformation. So what do you think? Are you enjoying this so far? Are you learning? Yes? Yes. I hope you are. I know you are. And I cannot wait to hear your comments about this lecture and what kind of questions you have for me. I'd be happy to really answer them. Okay, so now the next one is, how are you going to unlock your full potential? Well, this will, again, is related to everything I talked about. And you are looking at these four areas, right? You have to identify your strength and your weaknesses, excuse me. And you have to create, right? You have to create plans to improve in the areas that you need to grow. What kind of skills you need? Yes? What kind of opportunities you need? What kind of threats you have? Your beliefs. You know, I coach a lot of people on confidence and self-esteem and skills they need for the real world. And they really want to hold on to their beliefs, but their beliefs, some of them, they no longer have a purpose. Like, for example, you know, some people may say, but that's who I am, or that, you know, I can do math, I can speak in front of people. I can't. Now that's really a fixed mindset. Of course you can. You just have to work at it. You just have to first believe that with effort and persistence and resilience, just as I have done, and so many people, we have so many successful people that we can learn from, how they have succeeded, how they have had success, or they achieved success. Effort, perseverance, resilience, and understanding how the brain learns. Understanding, these strategies, right? These strategies and methods, and then apply them to also transform your life and learn the skills you need to apply in the real world. So that's the first one. The second one, come up with a plan, right? How are you going to achieve every goal in your life? With a plan. And there are so many different strategies to achieve your plans, right? One of the strategies that I use in my life is the OKR, or the SMART goals. As you may know, SMART stands for, this is coming off. I need to find a better way. SMART stands for, the goal has to be specific. The goal has to be measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. If you use this formula, let me tell you, you'll never, ever miss the deadline on a goal. You will achieve every goal you set for yourself, okay? The OKR is another one. Now, the OKR, probably you have heard about the OKR, which stands for the, let's see, objective key results. Did you know Google, that's what Google uses, OKR? And they set unbelievably high rate failure goals. Why? Because they want to shoot for the moon, So then if some of the goals, if they don't achieve some of their goals, that's fine, because you learn. You see, there is no failure. They don't look at it as failure as in, oh, we were not, good enough, or we made mistakes. No, they look at it as lessons. So it's a great idea to really set up high goals and then see how much you can go towards achieving those goals. And if you don't achieve some of those goals, that's fine. You can come up with new goals and use all of the lessons you have learned to achieve new goals. Isn't that amazing? I think that's incredible. This is what I use in my life, and let me tell you, I am blown by it every day, what I can do with everything that I have been able to learn, to understand, and to apply to my own life. It's incredible. I barely recognize my life. And soon you will too. Okay, we're moving on to the action, right? Well, every goal has a measurement factor. Many people miss out on their goals, fail on their goals, because they don't really have a plan in place. You need to measure your goals. You need to have a timeline. And every day you need to measure to see that you actually make progress. And also to reflect, right? To reflect on your progress, to see what works, what doesn't, what else you need to change. And that is all about it. How are you going to get better at your skills? You need to measure them, right? And tomorrow you need to work better. You need to challenge yourself. You need to get out of comfort zone if you want to become better at that particular skill and also to achieve your goals. So that's why the SMART goals or the OKR, it's very, very important, because it allows you to measure your progress and then to adjust and make sure you achieve your goal. Sounds amazing, right? I know. And then the last one is to reflect. You have to reflect. Every day I reflect. Do you journal? If you don't journal, I suggest you begin journaling today. Go ahead and get some inexpensive journaling like this, for example. You see, I have, how many of these I have? And it's about $1 or $2. Look, like this, for example, is neuroplasticity. Okay. Now, I have another one. I am my own hero. Yes, exactly. We have to be our own heroes or heroines, right? Us ladies. Why? Because, we have to write our own story. We have to live our own life. We have to be authentic and make the most of it every day. We cannot, wait for somebody to tell us what to do. We are capable to doing this. And I'm here to help you. So that's what is the review, reflection, and adjustment. You have to reflect on your achievement. You have to reflect on your goals. You have to visualize your goals, your plans. You have to visualize yourself as an empowering person, which you are, someone that you can believe in yourself, that you know, tomorrow you're going to wake up better than today, and you are going to be committed and motivated by your goals and your passion. And that's how you are going to transform your life, one step at the time. The Rome was not built in one day, right? So that's what we need to do. What do you think? Are you learning? Give me a sign, please, comment. And this is I'm going to put all of them here, my transformational plan that I operate every day. This is my life right here. Okay? This is so powerful because it's designed with my values in mind. Okay? This is powerful. My life, these are the pillars of my life. Okay? Personal development, always learning, always growing, every day getting out of my comfort zone, every day embracing challenges. And by that I mean challenging my mind, my brain, my body, my emotions, putting myself out there, you know, because what do I have to lose? Nothing but to learn so I can be better the next day. The second rule, envisioning, visualizing. The power of visualization, it's incredibly important. Please, you know, every day I visualize myself, you know, like today I'm going to be amazing. Today I'm going to have a fantastic day. Today, even if I have challenges, I'm going to embrace them and I'm going to look for opportunities. I'm going to look for lessons. That's how I envision and visualize my day. You know, even if I have challenges, which I will, and you will, because that's called what? Life. You know, I am going to be just fine because I am going to look for opportunities and lessons to grow. That's why we have challenges. Challenges are opportunities for growth. Okay? Don't be afraid. My number 3 is career and purpose. What is my purpose? My purpose is to empower and transform people's lives like yourself, to give you the skills you need to really transform your life and close the gap between where you are today and where you need to go, right? To design the life you deserve to have. I don't want you or anybody else to go through life every day like you are just existing. I want you to fully feel like you're living and be excited about every day and do work that is meaningful and have friends and relationships that are meaningful. That's what I want us to do every day. Okay? Rule number 4, remember the connections and relationships. My relationships are meaningful. I have very few friends, but each and every one of them plays an important role in my life, you know? And those connections, I know, they make me happy. I am grateful every day. I operate from a place of love and gratitude. And I give myself to other people. I offer my skills and I offer value. And I serve people every day, just like I do now with you. I want to help you to make progress little by little. You know, every day we're making progress together. And the last one is love and gratitude. You know, I cannot be my best self. I cannot live my values and my principles every day unless I begin from a place of love and gratitude and respect and tolerance. When I do that, I am my best. When I'm authentic, like I am now, I am not afraid to make mistakes. Even if I make a mistake here with you or somewhere else, we make mistakes. We are human beings. But when you are authentic, people will know. People know if you are authentic or if you are not. And when you are authentic, we are more forgiving. We are understanding and we are helping each other to be our best each and every day. So I talked about how I achieve every goal, and this is the slide for that. Look up OKR, look up SMART goals, look up MIT ROT, that is my system. You know what that stands for? MIT stands for most important things, and ROT, just like in finance, stands for return on my time. That's how I stay focused and control. What are the most important things for today? And that's what I do. Anything else, it's a distraction, okay? So that's what I want you to do. Habits. What kind of habits do you need on a daily basis that would allow you to live the best life? Work on those habits. And self-discipline. When you have discipline over yourself, that's when you can master your life. So please be sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please let me know if you enjoyed this presentation, and also let me know how can I help you further? How can I serve you? How can I help you, become your powerful, authentic self? How can I help you transform your life from where you are today to who you want to become, who you deserve to become? You can find me on social media, but the most important thing is to sign up to my YouTube channel, like this channel, sign up on that notification, because you know what? I need that in order for me to create more lessons like this, so I can empower more people, and together we can make a difference. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.